Yo, what is good, y'all, bro? What is good, y'all, man? We back with another video. Yes, it is a wrestling video, but I just came up with this idea just earlier, and I'm going to be giving y'all not a reaction, but I'm gonna give y'all my top five. I think there's 5 matches on here. My top 5 favorite, not the best, not something I think is the best, or well, actually, some of them could be possibly, arguably the best matches on here, but not that I think overall is the greatest of all time. Not of any of that. These are me personally, bro. My favorite, personally favorite matches of all time, bro. These are a list of the favorite matches of all time. You got to keep in mind, I've been watching since mid to late 2011, all the way to 2016. Then I stopped in 2016, came back in 2022, early 2022, and watched all the way, or no, really mid 2022, and then watched all the way until now. So there's going to be a lot of matches between them dates from 2016 to 2021 that I do not have on here because I just think, yes, I did go back watch them matches. There has been a couple good matches, but to make this fair, I didn't include them on this list. I only included the ones I was present for, and I got some legendary bangers, bro. I got some legendary bangers. As we see is the first one. The first match. The first feud. This was my first ever feud that I ever witnessed when I first watching WWE, bro. This is my first year watching WWE 2011, and now me looking back at how terrible that was. But dude, the summer of Punk, bro. The summer of Punk. John Cena was my guy. And it's crazy because John Cena was my guy. But right after this feud, I was all CM Punk. I switched up on my boy John. I was all CM Punk. And Punk couldn't have did no wrong until, I found some things way after. This was years later that I found some things that I wasn't rocking with Barrel with. But but everything aside, like all of that controversy aside, bro, this match right here is what introduced me basically to wrestling, bro. John Cena versus CM Punk, and that's why I was really emotional at Night of Champions. If you've seen on my TikTok, bro, at Night of Champions when they had their last match, bro, because without these two feuding in that summer, bro, the summer of Punk in 2011, I probably wouldn't even be watching WWE. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I probably wouldn't even be watching WWE at all, even probably to this day. I mean, I don't know, but probably to this day. I just realized I might have forgotten one match, but it's okay. It's okay. But still, CM Punk, John Cena, the fact that the whole storyline, if you don't remember, I think everybody knows this match and how this match went down. Bro, if CM Punk only had a couple days off on his contract, and this night right here was his last night on his contract, and if he would have won, he would have kissed the WWE goodbye and he left. And guess what, bro? It was in Chicago, Illinois. And it was in Chicago, Illinois, and them boys was lit, bro. That is one of the craziest crowds I have ever witnessed, bro. Pro CM Punk, everybody in that building hated Cena to the core, bro, to the core. And then when CM Punk hit that GTS, that final GTS 1, 2, 3, and boys was losing their mind, and then Punk. Oh, and then Redacted coming down the ramp. I'm not saying his name because I hate him, but Redacted coming down the ramp, bro, angrier than anything. And then the other Redacted coming down, and then actually this was before. This is what cost Cena the match. The other Redacted came down. The John boy came down, and John Cena came out, said he wanted to do it himself, took out John boy, and then that's what cost him. He got back in the ring. CM Punk nailed him with a GTS. 1, 2, 3. He won the title and kissed the WWE. And before, Alberto Del Rio, another Redacted, was able to cash in because Redacted number 1 wanted Redacted number 3 to come in and cash in on CM Punk to save the WWE, to keep the title in WWE, but nope. CM Punk got out of Dodge. Blue, bro, my favorite visual, bro, in WWE, and one of my favorite visuals in WWE history is CM Punk on the barricade, and Blue redacted a kiss goodbye, and he left the arena right there. He left the arena for a little bit, and then left WWE for a little bit, and then came back the very next time. And then came back the very next night, and then we all know the history from there. We all know the history from there, bro. But yeah, this match right here, that's why that Night of Champions match between John and CM Punk, it was just so special to me, bro. I don't care how overbooked it still was amazing to me, bro. It still was amazing to me. But John Cena and CM Punk hold a special, dear place in my heart, man. In my heart. And that's why it is one of my favorite matches of all time, like of my whole time that I've been watching, bro. Next up, we got, this match was fun, bro. This match was fun. I believe this happened in 2014. This was Survivor Series 2014. It was the Authority of Seth Rollins, Kane, what's his name? Rusev. It's from, hey, crazy we see Rusev, Mark Henry, and R.I.P. Luke Harper, bro. Taking on John Cena, of course, Dolph Ziggler, of course, Big Show, Eric Rowan, and the guy that just likes to block everyone on Twitter, Ryback. And, I've been blocked, bro. I've been blocked from, bro. I don't even, I ain't gonna lie, I did provoke him, but it was a justified provoke. It was a justified provoke, and I wouldn't lose and sleep over it. But dude, this match, when I tell you, if you've not seen this match, bro, Team Cena versus Team Authority, please go back and watch this, bro. This was Survivor Series 2014, and bro, boys was cooking like rent was due. Boys was cooking like their job was on the line for it, which actually, ironic, their jobs, technically storyline wise, are obviously their jobs literally was on the line. If Team Cena would have lost, everyone on Cena's team would have got fired, bro. Everyone on Tina's team would have got fired, bro. But if Team Authority lost, everyone would have got rehired, and the Authority would not have authority over the WWE, bro. It was amazing. I mean, we had John Cena. I believe John Cena was the one. No. John Cena was the second to last one. I think Big Show or Eric Rowan was the first ones to get eliminated. And then all the shenanigans, bro. When it came down to John Cena and Dolph Ziggler versus, I believe, Seth Rollins and Kane, maybe? Was it Seth Rollins and Kane the last two? I don't remember the last two. I know it was Seth Rollins and somebody else. But when it came down to just Ziggler, bro, my boy Ziggler, I mean, it's sad to say, but that was his highlight of his WWE career, bro. I rock with Nick Nemeth now. Nick Nemeth is great in TNA. Love Nick Nemeth, bro. But, dude, Dolph Ziggler in this match, I mean, dude, this match to me was a 5-star banger. And this is what makes me want them to bring back the elimination style, 5v5 elimination style at Survivor Series. I thought we were going to get that this year, but them boys only listed Survivor Series, and them boys was like, hold on, we might get our traditional 5v5. And they're like, man, you thought, you bums, you gonna be in San Diego, you gonna spend all these millions of dollars just to see another War Games match where 4 people is gonna get injured by the end of it and be out for the next 6 months. That's exactly what they did, bro. But dude, when they had 5v5, your team versus my team, oh yeah, bro. And this match right here was phenomenal. Then after John Cena got eliminated, Dolph Ziggler was playing like, I mean, my boy was Kobe. My boy was Jordan, bro. Bro was the greatest superstar of all time, and I'm so mad that they did not try to capitalize. They never capitalized on Dolph Ziggler after that, bro. If I'm looking and I see the reception Dolph was getting and how he performed in that match, bro, I'm pushing him to the moon. I'm pushing him to the moon, bro. But, you know, idiots be idiots, bro. Idiots be idiots. And then we obviously got to say what happened at the end when I think it was a 3v1. Boys was ready to pack up Dolph Ziggler, and then the lights went out. You heard the crow, and out came Sting. Triple H was out there getting involved, and out come Sting. My boy Sting came out of there, and I mean, cooked my boy Triple H. He cooked Triple H. This was when Triple H was the first set of balls. And I mean, with that stupid sledgehammer, that was the sledgehammer Triple H. It was that Triple H, corporate Triple H. I hated corporate Triple H, and I was so glad to see Sting get his hands on that boy Triple H. We don't talk about what happened on that year's WrestleMania. You know, we don't talk about that, but still, Sting came in, cooked my boy Triple H, and then Dolph Ziggler. He threw Dolph Ziggler over him, hit him with the 1, 2, 3, and Team Cena picked up the win, bro. This match was really fun. Again, if you have not seen this match, I don't know what you're doing. Go on Netflix, Peacock. This match probably on YouTube, but go watch it. Find it somewhere, and you have to watch it, bro. Again, when it's Survivor Series times every time, I go back and watch old Survivor Series. This is the only match I go back to. This is the only match I go back to, bro. Team Cena versus Team Authority. Fantastic. Next up, we got I gave y'all a little sneak peek. Now listen. The Rock, speaking of John Cena versus The Rock, not the second time. Definitely not the second time in Miami. We're talking about the first one in Jersey. We talking about the first one in Jersey, The Rock and John Cena. I mean, it's creating memes. They still memes. People still use the "I hear voices in the air, I hear them loud and clear" theme song when we see two people face to face that everyone wants to see, and it's a dream match. Every time we see a dream match get teased today on WWE TV, we say the theme song of this WrestleMania because it's once in a lifetime. And it's GOAT versus GOAT. You know what I'm saying? But I will say they should only had one. They should have had only one because that second one was I went back, watched both of them back to back. This one was phenomenal. And then again, the MGK, bro, I hear voices in the air, I hear them loud and clear. Them performing, they need to bring back performances at WrestleMania, dude. They gotta bring back performances of the theme song of that year at WrestleMania because, dude, come on. I still got this song stuck in my head, bro. I still got this song stuck in my head solely because of this match. I mean, dude, we had The Rock coming back since 2002. John Cena. But I will say the only thing I would change about this is I would have John Cena win. I would have John Cena win. I wouldn't do twice in a lifetime. I would just keep it like this. And John Cena should have won and maybe even turn heel. Because he was going to get booed. He was going to get booed. If Cena would have won this, Cena would have gotten booed for the weeks to come. And so maybe we could have got an earlier heel turn. And it would have 1,000% better. 1,000% would have been better than what we have right now. Even though right now is getting pretty good. It's getting pretty good. I can't lie. But yeah, bro, this, even though they lied, said once in a lifetime, changed it to twice in a lifetime, this one was much better than the second one. I mean, and it's just, this match is literally nostalgia for me, bro. 2012. The first WrestleMania that I personally watched. The first WrestleMania I sat down when I was a kid and watched And bro, like the theme song said, bro, I hear voices in the air. I hear them loud and clear. The match card was crazy too because the opening match, Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson versus Sheamus. 13 seconds, bro. He kissed AJ Lee, one of my favorite superstars at that time, still one of my favorite superstars of all time. And then he turned around and ate a bro kick cleaner than anything, bro. Cleaner than anything. But yeah, once in a lifetime, not the twice in a lifetime, but the once in a lifetime, it was just perfect, bro. It was just perfect, man. Next up, we're gonna go a little old school. This was way before my time. Actually, I think this match happened on the year I was born. But I obviously went on Peacock and I seen the match. I've seen all the matches between these three with other people, bro. TLC 1, or is this TLC 1 or TLC 2? I think this was TLC 2. I don't know. I mean, both TLCs was phenomenal. I think I remember watching another YouTuber talk about this match, and they said that TLC 1 was fantastic, 10 out of 10. And it's like, how do you beat TLC 2? And they exceeded TLC. And they exceeded, no, how you beat TLC 1 and they exceeded it with TLC 2. I don't know if it's this match, I don't know if it's this exact match, but I think TLC 2, yeah, I believe it's TLC 2. I mean, you had my boy, one of my favorite older school superstars, you had my boy Jeff Hardy hanging from the titles, bro. Somebody removed a team, I think it was one of the Dudleys, removed the ladder under Jeff Hardy's legs. And then you see Edge, aka Adam Copeland, whatever. You see Edge going up top, bro, and spearing my boy Jeff Hardy from the titles, hanging from the titles, all the way straight to the mat. All the way straight to the mat. I mean, I don't know how crazy you would get. I mean, I guess you would throw a table in there. I guess you throw a table in there and have them land through tables, but I don't know. You also had other crazy spots in this match that people don't talk about, like getting pushed from the ladder, and it was super tall, and they landed both through a bunch of tables stacked on top of each other. I believe that's this one, or that might have been the first one. It might have been the other one that I'm talking about. But yeah, dude, TLC 1 or 2, whichever one this one is. I think this is TLC 2. Dude, fantastic, bro. Edge and Christian, the Dudleys and the Hardys never had a bad ladder match together. Don't matter who else they threw in there. Brian Kendrick or the other dude they had, MVP. Don't matter who else they threw in these matches. These four would always put on a 10-star classic in these ladder matches, bro. And dude, yeah, man, this is still till this day one of my favorite matches of literally all time, bro. And I wasn't even like conscious yet for this match. Next up, I had to throw this one in here, bro. We talk about how my last year before I came back watching wrestling, because I was just starting to fall out of it, was actually one of the best years of wrestling. That was in 2016, WrestleMania 32 with the trash Triple H and Roman Reigns. But you know what wasn't trash? You know what wasn't trash? This ladder match right here. I have a thing for ladder matches, bro. I hardly rate ladder matches so low because I just enjoy ladder matches just anytime. Because that ladder match they had last year, the ladder match they had last year between the Street Profits, all of them, that ladder match was phenomenal as well. Was phenomenal. No, it was this year. It was earlier this year. It was one of the first episodes of SmackDown this year. But it was phenomenal as well, bro. It's just ladder matches. When it comes to ladder matches, I'm here for it. I'm buckled up. I'm here for it. But this one in general, let me think of the people that was in here. I think I can only think of 2 people that was in here. Sin Cara. I think this was the second Sin Cara, though. Not the original Sin Cara. The original Sin Cara, he was lit. but I did hear he had some crazy issues going on. But I think it was the second Sin Cara and my boy Zack Ryder, bro, aka Matt Cardona. I mean, I still follow Matt Cardona and what he's doing over in the Indies, and sometimes in TNA. I wish he can come back, bro. I mean, it's a high possibility of him coming back. He seems like he wants to come back, but he kind of blames it on WWE themselves for not bringing him back, which I don't know. I don't know how serious that is. I would doubt that they don't want him. Come on, especially Chelsea Green being there. But yeah, at one point, let me tell you something about Zack Ryder, bro. This has nothing to do with 2016. Again, this ladder match was phenomenal. This was a well-deserved. This was the right winner, and I love that his dad came in, celebrated with him after he won the title. But let me go a couple years before this, back in 2012, bro, when him and John Cena was best friends, and then John Cena cheated on Matt, or no, not John Cena. I think it was Eve Tari or whatever her name was, Matt Cardona's quote unquote girlfriend at the time, cheating on him with John Cena, and then bro was in a wheelchair and got pushed down the stairs by first he got pushed off the stage by wait, which one was first? I think he got pushed down the stairs by Kane, and then he got pushed down off the stage by Kane while he was in the wheelchair, bro. I mean, my boy was going through it. So, but back to this match. This match, phenomenal, bro. This match was phenomenal. Again, this is the only thing I can remember from this WrestleMania 32, other than the trash Triple H and Roman Reigns. I recently, not recent, but I have seen that match in the past year, and it's still as boring as it was. It is still as boring as it was. But I will say, this ladder match, phenomenal. This ladder match, phenomenal. Next up, a little newer. This was after I came back to watch WWE 2022. This was around September time, I believe. Roman Reigns. This one I was actually, believe it or not, I was actually rocking with Roman when I first came back with the WrestleMania 38 and on till all the way through SummerSlam. But that was because of who we was facing. I can't stand Redacted, aka Brock, aka Redacted. Cannot stand him. But I will say, after he was done with that, after that last match, last man standing was 10 out of 10. I love that last man standing match what he did with Redacted. But this match, this was the first instant, because obviously I went back, watched other matches throughout Roman Reigns' reign. Dude, this was literally the first instant when I thought, yo, Drew McIntyre is going to win this match. They played it so well when I say Drew McIntyre had me thinking he was going to win this match. I mean, dude, this was the first time in a long time since they went to a foreign country, Wales, bro. It was insane, bro. The energy was insane. But this match right here was when my hatred for that boy Solo Sikoa, bro. My hatred for Solo Sikoa stemmed from this match. I mean, he debuted this night, and I hated him since. I don't hate Solo that much, no, right now, because his character work is insane. But before he started taking on the whole tribal chief thing, I hated him from the start. And he debuted that night, and I hated him since this night for costing Drew McIntyre. And then what made it even worse? Was that Drew McIntyre, after he lost, them boys had him sing the crowd home. What kind of stupidity is going on here, man? You want me, after I get beat, sing to the crowd? I'm not doing that. No. But yeah, I mean, I hated Solo since he came in the company. I hated Solo since he came in the company, but this match was phenomenal, dude. Other than Solo. Next up, we have we're jumping a little bit ahead. We went from Clash of the Castle 2022, and we're jumping ahead to WrestleMania 2023 at WrestleMania 39, bro. One of the best WrestleManias in the past 5 years, dude. Past 4 years. One of the best WrestleMania, second best WrestleMania in the past 3 years. I'm gonna just say, bro, second best WrestleMania in the past 3 years, dude. And the only one that's topping it is obviously WrestleMania 40. But dude, this match was great. Was amazing. This match was amazing, bro. The Usos versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. The whole story of Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. The whole story of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Oh, Kevin Owens not wanting to team up with Sami Zayn, but ultimately having to realizing that they friends at the end of the day. I know what's going on now, but still, realizing that they're friends at the end of the day, and the Usos having the longest title being the longest title holders of all time, the tag title holders of all time, beating the New Day's record, and then ultimately dropping them to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And I'm not gonna lie, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens after this kind of put on a pretty good match, a pretty good reign from there, man. Taking on Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. We had the whole Yeet segment. That's when the Yeet was born. This match was phenomenal, bro. This match was great. Michael Cole on commentary, man, one of his best calls, bro. One of his best calls. Nobody's kicked out of the 1D. The 1D. Nobody's ever kicked out of the 1D. I mean, he was going to make sure you knew that nobody has ever kicked out of the 1D. But yeah, this match, phenomenal, dude. Oh, we're going back a little old school. We're going back a little old school. It's crazy to call this match old school, but I mean, it happened way back in 2012. What was it called? I forgot the moniker. What was the moniker of this? The end of the era match. This was the end of an era match. WrestleMania 28. I remember 28. This was in no. Oh, was it? No, this is WrestleMania 28. This is WrestleMania 28. Or was it in 29? WrestleMania 29. I'm getting my WrestleManias mixed up, bro. I don't know. But this match, one of the greatest matches of all time. And it's crazy that both greatest matches of all time involve Shawn Michaels. Because Shawn Michaels is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. And that's a fact. That's 100% a fact. But if not the greatest. And I couldn't argue with you if you say he is the greatest. But dude, the story of Triple H trying to avenge his friend Shawn Michaels. You had Shawn Michaels, you had HBK being the special guest referee. Y'all know the history between HBK and Undertaker at WrestleMania. Had another great match at one of them, WrestleMania 25, I believe with Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. And then, bro, dude, the amount of aura this match had, dude, bro, the cage itself, the cell itself had an entrance. You had Shawn Michaels come in with his entrance as the special guest referee. You had Triple H come in. You had the Undertaker come in with his entrance. And then you had a fourth man come in through his entrance. You had a fourth structure. You had the cell come down, bro, playing his theme song. Because he was a fourth member in here. He could have delivered damage to you too. And dude, the actual match, phenomenal, bro. You talk about how Roman Reigns have them near falls, them 2.99999 kickouts. This match was just filled of it. Bro, Shawn Michaels, y'all know the ending of this match, or no, one of the craziest points of this match was when Shawn Michaels hit Undertaker with the Sweet Chan music, turned around and Triple H hit Undertaker with a pedigree. You had the 1, 2, 3. No. Undertaker kicked out, bro. Undertaker kicked out. I mean, it was till this day the greatest kick out of all time. The greatest false finish of all time. I ain't gonna lie, Roman Reigns has amazing false finishes, but nobody's ever, I don't think is ever gonna top the Undertaker false finish, bro. But ultimately, Undertaker won. Shawn Michaels had to do what he had to do. Hit the 1, 2, 3. You had Jim Ross at commentary, bro. You had Jerry the King Lawler, Michael Cole, and Jim Ross at commentary, bro, calling this match, and it was just, bro, it was just drugs in your veins, bro. It was just drugs in your veins, man. You got to go back and watch this. If you ain't never watched this match before, you have to go back and watch this match because this was phenomenal, bro. This was phenomenal. I mean, I wish that I was my age then. I wish that I was my age now, then, and I was doing this. I would 1000% deliver my commentary for this, bro. Because, dude, I went back to watch this match, delivered my commentary, and I mean, it was just even better. It was just even more phenomenal. And then you had the whole picture of HBK, Undertaker, Triple H, all at the ramp, just embracing that that's their final hoorah together. And I'm glad it was. Now, should have Undertaker lasted as long as he did wrestling? No, he shouldn't have at all. No, he shouldn't have at all, man. He should have been like HBK and never wrestled again. But we all know what happened in 2018 and Saudi Arabia. We don't talk about that. But if you have this match, I will say if you have this match as your greatest match of all time, you're not gonna get no argument out of me. You're not gonna. I would just simply agree with you. But I will say, if it wasn't for this would have been my favorite match of all time. But it's the fact that I watched this live. I watched this match right here live. And of course you have, to me, and I will say this, I don't care what other era, I don't care about who was in the main event, I don't care about what the energy was like. I'm telling you right now, Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, Bloodline Rules 2 in Philadelphia, but yeah, WrestleMania 40, was the greatest match of all time. I mean, we talk about even the build-up. That whole 4-month build-up was fantastic. I don't understand why we couldn't have done that again this year. But I mean, some people want to go into business for themselves. Some people want to think they got to be a part of everything, and then once you say you're a part of everything, you just don't be in the part of it. You don't be a part of it. You decide to be in the biggest moment of history, and then take yourself out of it. Like, are you stupid, dumb, or are you dumb? Like, which one are you? But I'm gonna get mad about him on another day. But simply this match, Bloodline Rules, dude. But even before this match became truly Bloodline Rules, Roman versus Cody just by itself. If it was just Roman versus Cody by itself, and they just took the part where before anybody interfered, this match was a 5-star classic. This match was a 5-star classic. It was phenomenal. Roman versus Cody before all the shenanigans was phenomenal. And then you threw on the shenanigans. I mean, first, you had Solo come, or no, I think you had Jimmy come in. Out come Jay. You had Solo come in. Out come John. Out come John. Then you had The Rock come in. Do the infamous Hulk Hogan and The Rock stare down at that one WrestleMania, bro. Look left, look right. You recreated that with John Cena and The Rock, and then The Rock just packed up John Cena easily, quick and easily, bro. John Cena just get packed up by The Rock quick and easy. I did like beforehand though, John Cena hitting the AA to Solo Sikoa, packing up Solo Sikoa, and then after The Rock packed up John Cena, you just hear a gong. Boom! Lights come back on, and it's the freaking Undertaker. And if you go back to my reaction of my reaction of this match, bro, the Undertaker returning literally had me shaking, bro. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect. I literally did. They swerved me because I did not expect the Undertaker to be the one to make an appearance. I did not expect. I did not expect it was the Undertaker. I thought it was gonna be Stone Cold. Stone Cold was already in the building. Or in the area, not really the building, but in the area of Philadelphia. He was at WWE World beforehand. But hey, he said the price wasn't right. He said he was playing the price is right, and the price was not right. So he did not pull up. But instead, a dead man pulled up. The Undertaker turned around. My boy was seeing a ghost. My boy Dwayne was seeing a ghost. It got chokeslammed for his troubles, and then disappeared with the Undertaker, bro. Him and the Undertaker disappeared, and then you all know what happened after that. Cody picked up Roman. Crossroads. 1, 2, 3, and Cody Rhodes defeated the most dominant champion in the past 4 to 5 years, bro. Oh, actually, the most dominant champion in the past 10 years. But dude, this was phenomenal, dude. This was so fun to watch, so fun to commentate on, so fun to just, it was great. And then you just had, Brandy come down, celebrate with him. Then you had the locker room, the great moment of when the locker room came down, celebrated with him. And there's only 3 people technically, that celebrated with Cody that didn't turn on him. And that was LA Knight, Jey Uso, and it was LA Knight, Jey Uso, and Seth Rollins, which Randy hasn't really turned on them. They did have a match at Night of Champions, but hasn't really turned on them. That's 1,000% coming soon. That's 1,000% coming soon, dude. I think Randy might get involved in that SummerSlam match. Randy might get itself put in that SummerSlam match, which I will be here for, because I'm not feeling a John Cena versus Cody Rhodes match again. But I will be feeling it if Randy gets thrown in there. But shout out to Jey Uso for not switching up, being the only one to not switch up. And Seth. Shout out to Seth for being the only ones to not switch up. I mean, also, I forgot about Seth. Seth, earlier that night, or earlier that week, you had before Seth helping Cody in the tag team match. Then the very next day, had a match with Drew McIntyre, lost to Drew McIntyre, got cashed in, or Drew McIntyre got cashed in on him, obviously, by Damian Priest, Bank Heist of the Century Part 2. But then you had Seth Rollins coming out in the Shield gear and the Shield music, which you knew who I thought it was going to be. I thought somehow, some way, they found a way to make an agreement with AEW to bring in Mr. Moxley himself. But it was Seth in the vest. He came in no leg. He had no leg. Bro came in there with one leg, bro. Literally, he had one leg, hopping in the ring, got packed up by one Superman punch, and his leg literally almost fell off the bone. It looked like his leg fell off his bone. And then Cody got back to his senses. 3 crossroads was all it took. And then it was GG's from there, bro. It was GG's for there. But yeah, that was my top favorite WWE matches of all time from 2011 all the way to now. Leave me in the comment section down below. Who do you think, or not who do you think, what is your favorite matches of all time? Please like, comment, subscribe, and turn the bell notifications. And I'll see y'all in the next video, which I don't know what that will be. But yeah, peace.